And then, and then it developed into getting a solo deal and being signed for my voice, and then having to fight to get my own material on there, and then arranging stuff with them to make it sound like me.
Yeah.
Them not understanding that or knowing how to get the singer
right
to where it's like if you have all these dressmakers.
Yeah.
And the person just gets in the clothes or doesn't look and then just in any old dress. But if you are standing in front of the mirror with a dress on, you want to take it in here and take it in there, or make it shorter, or pick the waist up or lower the waist, because some people are long-waisted and some people are short-waisted. Same thing with a song. So I worked on a song. I work on a song like that, and when it fits right and it feels good, and I make it sound like my own, that's what I did with the first record, but I had to fight like hell to get, my own stuff on the record.
So do you think a lot of people have misconceptions about who you were, like, after the first album, as far as your artistic direction? Or that they viewed you more as a novelty item than a true artist, or... Well,
there was always that, you're a novelty act.
Yeah.
But when I listen to my work, it holds up, because if you listen, it's in a couple of different keys.
Right, yeah.
It registers.
Mm-hmm.
And when you listen to other people's work, it's kind of in the same register all the time.
Yeah, I know.
My stuff wasn't. And so I kind of enjoyed paving my own way, except that, because we came through the wrestling door as opposed to the traditional way, it became difficult for me, because people didn't understand that if somebody can sing good, they can be funny too, or they can, talk funny. But, everything had to match.
Yeah.
So that they can categorize it. And I was really hard to categorize. And then I did True Colors.
Yeah.
And then people didn't understand that.
Right.
The change in the label.
Yeah.
President. So that was tough. I was in the middle of that.
Plus, they kind of build it like as a comeback or something.
Oh, everything's a comeback. Every single record is a comeback. Every single record. Everyone I had out was a comeback. Everyone. Except for Blue Angel.
Right.
And except for She's So Unusual.
Yeah.
Nobody knew me. As soon as they knew me, every record was a comeback.
So, one thing different about you're not afraid to change it with each album. Your styles, your musical style is very light. Your look. What makes you do that? Because a lot of artists, would be afraid. They're just afraid to change because they want people to be so familiar with the same sound.
Well, I trust that the sound of my voice is enough, and it's really the same thing, except times change.
Yeah.
And my ear is to the street. My ear is to something new. My ear is to something to invent.
Right.
If I can't invent, then how can I create a new song?
Right.
It's not new. I mean, same thing, like I redid Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I did Hey Now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that really stemmed from, it's a greatest hits record, so.
Yeah.
But it stemmed from me going out on tour and Hat Full of Stars tour and, reworking the song, because the truth is I needed to put life into the song, so I rewrote it.
Yeah. So when you decided to...
Rearranged it, so to speak. I've become a really good arranger over the years. And it was only out of necessity to make it sound like me, as opposed to just step into somebody else's music.
Right. So when you chose to release that on your Greatest Hits album, so was it to do the remake of Girls Just Want to Have Fun? Was it more of an artistic decision, or was it like a commercial decision, as something for people to remember you by?
I didn't feel that way. I'm sure my record company does.
Yeah.
I felt that because it was the Greatest Hits record,
right,
because it meant so much to so many people, because that's how people were introduced to me. It would be a great way to end the Greatest Hits record.
Yeah.
Take it full cycle.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. What happened in the end was, you know, then the record company, they, you know, have to A&R you to death.
Yeah.
They had to say, no, we don't like that. You should do it more. You know, I did it with Patra rap, and she sounds fucking great.
Yeah. You also had one with Snow on the UK.
Yeah, but that came because they said, oh, this sounds too live. But meanwhile, they love the live version.
Oh, yeah.
So then I did it like that, only using Patra and her people and my people, and make it sound like a real collaboration as opposed to just, you know, me stepping into her thing or her stepping into my thing.
Right.
Then I brought it in, they said, sound too live, so they said, you should make it more dancehall. Go down to Jamaica. I said, look, I don't want to go down to Jamaica. They said, oh, we think you should go down to Jamaica. You're being so stubborn. I went down to Jamaica. And then I did this shit with, you know, Sly and Robbie, but it was actually a great experience for me because what I did learn from Gitsy and Sly and Robbie, because Gitsy is part of their team, part of their production team.
Right.
I learned the African guitar arrangement.
Oh, really?
That in African music, each guitar player, like you could have like a whole bunch of guitar players. You know, like you have a whole horn section?
Right.
They have a whole guitar section.
Wow.
And they all play these little riffs, and they all kind of go into each other. Makes the whole thing swing. It's amazing. I mean, it was really a great musical lesson. My ear was going nuts listening to all this stuff.
So it's kind of unlike anything you'd ever heard.
Well, anything, that I ever arranged with someone.
Yeah.
And then I started to feel that the rhythm, it was very dancehall.
Yeah.
But in dancehall music, it is really a bed to rap over.
Yeah.
And Sly and Robbie kept saying, no, you have to sing straight. No, you have to... The truth is, you have to sing rhythm with rhythm.
Right.
One enhances the other. That's why rap sounds so great over dancehall.
Yeah.
So then I said, listen, if I'm going to sing melody, you need melody lines. Support the melody. Otherwise, you just have drums and this person singing a melody over drums, and it's a little weird.
Yeah.
And so it becomes a background.
Right.
As opposed to a feature. And it would be great if it was, Snow and so-and-so featuring Cyndi, except it's supposed to be Cyndi featuring Snow.
Yeah.
So I said, so in a way, we're doing this wrong. But so we came to the parting of the waves. I went up, and they remixed. It had to be a cross between, I think we all learned something, I would hope, that the hybrid that we're making, and it's really hard and difficult.
Yeah. Because
when you're doing something like this, you can't always know exactly what it is. It's a feel thing.
Yeah.
It's a trance thing. You sing and you jam and you go into a trance.
Yeah.
Problem is that there are no roadmaps. There were no roadmaps here because I had never heard anyone sing like that over dancehall music. I hadn't heard it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to make it work, except to my ear, if I was going to sing melody and we were going to feature that, well, then you had to have melody to support the melody or counter melody. So it had to be a pop dance hall.
Right.
So we, in the end, we did that. In the meantime, I went up to New York and I said, the A&R guy said, so remember that idea you had in the first place, being with the guy you wanted to work with in the first place? Want to try that?